Hi there guys, this is Richie P from Team Green Prop. Just had a nice delivery in the mail today. It's my new Nighthawk X5 frame from Emax. So I ordered this directly from Emax in China. It took a couple of weeks to come through, which is nice. So yeah, it's my first unboxing video. So I've seen a few, see the formats and how they work, so bear with me, and I apologise for any issues in advance. So box has come through. It's very small. It's probably similar size of the 200 Nighthawk I got. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just open this bad boy up, see what's inside. Okay, don't know if you can see that. I'll just bring the camera around for you. So yeah, top of the box we've got the Chinglish manual, which yeah, I don't know if they're helpful or not. In my experience, they give you an idea of what to do, but it's best just to throw that one away. So we've got some battery strap stuff in there, some cable ties, a couple of adhesive sticky pads, and some Velcro pads as well. What else have we got here? We've got the screw set, standard sort of M3 screws. And we've got the camera mount, which is pretty cool, very similar to the one on the Vortex actually. Yeah, okay, see how that one works. It just hooks onto the upper frame. Yeah, very similar to the Vortex, so that should work quite well. Got a few aluminium standoffs, or aluminum if you're listening in the States. Gone for the red. Shame they can't have green. Oh well. We'll have to put the green props on instead. I've got the Nighthawk X. These are the landing pads slash motor protection points. Very, very similar, if not the same actually, that I've got on my Nighthawk 200. They're pretty good. I haven't had one break yet. So yeah, like those. And here are the carbon fibre bits and bobs. So like I said, I've gone for the X5, so that supports the 5-inch propellers. We've got some arms in there, a couple of mounting plates, top and bottom. We'll open those in a second. And finally, we have the power distribution board in its electrostatic bag, or anti-static bag, I should say. Yeah, that's fairly standard, so a nice sort of pololu jobby on there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this out actually. So yeah, oh, there's a little nice little light underneath as well. Cool. So yeah. Okay, so I've got all this stuff out the box now. So start at the top left. We've got the arms. So these, like I said, are the ones that support the 5-inch propellers. They're 4mm in thickness. Feel pretty solid actually. Pretty good carbon fibre that. Roughly 4.5 inches in length. Quite thin actually. 1/2 inch in width on that, so might struggle or limit my ESC options. I was hoping to run the KISS 24 amp race edition ESCs. I might have to rethink that because I think they're going to be rather wide. So over to the landing legs slash motor protection mounts. I said before, I'm a fan of these. I got them on the Nighthawk 200. I haven't buckled or cracked one yet, and I fly that 200 pretty hard. I've had some pretty hard crashes, as James and Steve will probably back me up on that. Got a top mount point here, so that'll be going on top of the frame. So you've got a bit of a cutout there to angle the camera. VTX point at the back. Other frame parts here and here. I think these form the base plate, give you a bit of strength on that. Nice little arrow to indicate which way is forward there. Not that I think that it matters really. It looks pretty symmetrical apart from the arrow. So this is the bit we're sort of pretty interested in as well. This is the power distribution board. So quite like the layout of this actually. You've got a little buzzer on there as well. So I don't know if you can see, we've got solder points here for the ESCs for the power. We've also got solder points for the signal wires as well. So we've got signal wire 1, 2, 3 and 4, and also the grounding for the ESCs. And they come out just behind, if you can see that, just behind the XT60 connector. So I think you could probably make this build really neat. I'm not entirely sure how having the signal wires going through here is going to affect the actual signal for the ESC, so we'll see how it works. If it's not working out, I can always directly solder the ESC signal cables to the flight controller. Flight controller I'm going to be using for this build is the KISS flight controller. Not used that one before. I'm a Naze boy originally, as are Steve and James of Team Green Prop. We've never really ventured any further than Naze, but all three of us have now got hold of KISS flight controllers. So yeah, we're going to be putting those in our new builds and seeing how that goes. Nice protection here of the electrical components. Sort of helps cancel out any noise you get through the video. And of course the buzzer here, wire that up at some point. Underneath, it's fairly boring. There's not a lot going on there, if I'm honest. It looks like it is, I don't know if that bit's shielded there. Is that covered? No, I think that's, might have to look at putting some protection over that. No, I like the little, the lights at the top there. That's quite a nice little feature built in. And of course the XT60 connector there, which is good. Okay, I got a bit further than I was expecting tonight with this build. Just sort of getting everything measured out really, just fitting the KISS flight controller inside there. Got that mounted up nicely. Obviously I've got to sort out the ESCs and the wires and what have you. Still undecided on the ESCs as of yet. Frame itself, pretty impressed with it, to be fair. I would say that I've just spent 30 odd quid on it. It seems pretty solid enough. The carbon fibre was very much similar to the Nighthawk 200, which I'm very impressed with. I've got the Emax RS 2205 motors, two 300 kV, running 5-inch 5045 dowel props tri-blades. It's the sort of setup I want to go for. Thinking maybe 20 MPSC, 30 MPSC possibly. I think the 30 amps are going to be a bit tight to go on these arms. They're very thin width-wise. But yeah, pretty impressed with the frames. I've not seen many of these around at the moment, so I thought I'd do a quick video. Probably not the best video you guys have ever seen in the world, but I'm trying. First time at it, so yeah, any feedback greatly received. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you want to see of this this nice looking frame, just drop me a line. Cheers. This is Richie P from Team Green Prop signing out. Sorry, I should have mentioned a couple of things to look out for when you're building this frame. The battery strap had a couple of issues with. I think it'd be okay if you use the recommended setup, which I believe is the Skyline 32 that Emax do. I'm actually using a KISS flight controller in this one, so I had to mount it slightly differently. I don't know if you can see inside there at all, but I put a couple of nylon spacers in just to raise it above the shielding of the PDB. Otherwise it was touching and I wasn't too happy with that, so I've just raised that up slightly. It does also come with a blanking plate that goes on top of the flight controller, which I guess is to put your battery strap around this whole unit. It didn't quite fit in there properly with the KISS flight controller. The SpecSat connector point here was raised ever so slightly, so I did try putting in a couple of spacers, but then I couldn't get this top board to line up properly. So there probably is a way you can fiddle about and have a play with it and get that mounted, but I opted for sort of just looping the battery strap around underneath it. And you also get this plate which I think goes on the battery strap, and you sort of mount the battery that way. Apart from that, I didn't run into any major problems just hooking it up at the moment. Obviously I've still got ESCs to go on here, so I've got to mount these on the arms and do away with these wires here. I'm going to try going through the PDB for the signal wire, just see what happens. If it falls out of the sky, I'll go back to the drawing board of it. But yeah, apart from that, frame's looking pretty good, in good shape. So I'll check back in when I've got some ESCs. And yeah, take it easy, folks.